All right, we got 2K, We Need to Talk by Joe Knows. So I've been seeing the college football community. They really were mad about microtransactions and offline modes, and it really was hard to level up your player or your dynasty or something like that because they just made it impossible unless you spend money. So we're about to see what Joe's going to say about 2K. Now, off rip, I can say I think 2K's fan base is way bigger. They're not going to care. Plus, there's so many whales out there for 2K that live in different continents. Like you got Asia. I think Asia is the main one. There's many people in China that spend hella bread on this game, but I believe they have a certain like rule set where 2K actually has to give them the cards that they are owed or something. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like the same way that it's not the same over here in the United States as it is in China. Like their odds of getting cards in my team are better for some reason. I don't know what the rule is, but I'm pretty sure that's what I was told.
Shout out to the college football community, creators, everybody that teamed up and actually impacted change in their community. It was inspirational, to say the least. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, College Football 27 dropped, and essentially they tried to sneak in microtransactions in an offline game mode. On top of putting those microtransactions in, if you decided not to spend money on the microtransactions, they made progressing through that mode much, much slower. Now, not only the creators, but the community as a whole all joined together and essentially said, play the game, but do not pay for the microtransactions. And they actually forced EA's hand, and EA took it out of the game. Now, of course, in my position,
shout out to them,
makes
bro.
me think like, man, what would the 2K community be capable of? You know?
Nothing. You already tried with the, what was it? The hashtag players over profits for my team. That lasted how long? At most a week. It might be fries, honestly. By the way, shout out to Bordeaux. I believe that's his name. That's part of the college football community. He's one of the main guys that stood his ground with the micro. I can't speak right now because I've been streaming for so long. With the microtransaction things going on in college football, that's nasty, by the way. In an offline mode where you're not even playing real people, you're playing against the CPU. You gotta pay to level up. I don't think I ever heard that in the game, which is crazy. All right, let me get back to it.
If they were able to do that, is it realistic to say we could do it over on this side? And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. Is it possible that creators, community members, everybody could come together and actually force not NBA 2K, but Take-Two Interactive, the company that owns NBA 2K, to actually change the way they go about it?
That's what I want to talk about. Everybody be blaming Mike, Wang, Ronnie 2K. They blame Evan. They're not the problem. 2K the company, they're not the problem. Take-Two, them suits, they make the big boss calls. They're the ones that we got to worry about, not the people just showcasing the game. I'm tired of seeing people come at Stacks, at Boom Boom, at Mike Wing, at Ronnie, and all them. Or Ronnie sometimes deserves it because Ronnie be saying stuff and it don't come true because he just, I don't know why he does that. It's weird. But overall, it's not them, bro. We have to stop getting mad at them. And that's their livelihood, bro. Like, that's their job. It's kind of crazy. Like, why would they leave their job where they're probably getting paid really good to satisfy y'all behind a computer? Especially Mike Wayne. Mike Wayne been developing games since what? The 2000s? He don't care about y'all, bro. He gonna do what he do. He gonna try his best to be as open as he can with the community. Like last community day, Joe sat down with Mike Wing and talked about everything. But when it comes to like the actual like business structure, it gets kind of tricky because Mike can't tell us certain things because the big dogs, they over all that. And we don't want Mike Wing to get fired. Believe it or not, if Mike Wing get fired, 2K is cooked. And I'm pretty sure they don't want to do that. So overall, shout out to Mike. Shout out to everybody who are the scapegoats, man. Y'all deserve less hate. Ronnie, cool guy. He's a cool guy. I ain't gonna lie. When you meet Ronnie in person, he's a chill, cool guy. I don't know how he became the scapegoat like that. Probably Flight. Flight always saying, F Ronnie, F Mike Wayne, whenever something doesn't go his way on 2K. So, yeah, it's probably Flight, but I digress.
Well, we're going to deep dive into that topic, and I'm going to give you my opinion on everything. Now, honestly, I don't know if my opinion on this will actually change anything. There's a chance our community just isn't capable of coming together for anything. There's a chance 2K and Take-Two see this and just say, kick rocks, we don't care. There's a
Big chance of that. I would say 98% chance of that.
chance I get blackballed from everything that I've been invited to. But I still feel like I owe it to not only my community, but the 2K community to make this video. Now listen, I've been playing 2K since 2K6. I even got the
Shaq on the
freaking
cover.
disc that
Yes,
my
sir.
parents bought me back when I was a kid. I've been doing YouTube since 2016, and one thing I've always been true to myself with is I always share my honest opinion. Even if I think it could hurt me in other areas, I'm always going to be true to myself. I've talked about VC many times in the past, and I've always said impacting change when it comes to microtransactions in 2K is difficult. Other creators much bigger than myself have tried over the years. It can't just be from one or two big creators. We see with college football, it wasn't just the creators, the whole community joined in and they were able to impact change. What college football was able to do really makes you think, is it possible to do that over here on the 2K side? But a major difference over here on the 2K
1% chance
side is people are numb to this. This has been going on for years. People have talked about it. Creators have made videos. I've talked about VC before.
Yeah, I feel like we're too deep in. I'm not gonna give my final analysis of everything, but if we were to do this, it should have been done since what, 2K20? When did it start getting bad, chat? I want to say like 23. If you play my team, I think 23, 24 is when it really started to go downhill OD.
And it's just something that people who play 2K
And also
VC
VC prices, they're never changing, but those could be a little bit lower too.
And worse and worse. VC prices have gone up. The cost of making a build has gone up. The cost of clothes has gone up. Everything has become more expensive in the game. On the college football side, this was brand new. The game hadn't come out for 11 years. Then college football 25 dropped. Very, very hype. College football 26 dropped. Now 27 dropped, and they snuck in microtransactions. The community jumped on it right away and were able to get change. On the 2K side, this has been going on for over a decade. And as I said, it's gotten more and more expensive. Now, the thing that's even crazier on the 2K side is not only is it really expensive to make players or open My Team packs and all those things, but nothing transfers to the next game. So everything you spend on 26, you lose in 27. Now listen to this. On the My Player side, not only do you have to buy the game, but you're also spending hundreds of dollars on builds to upgrade the attributes, to buy animations. And then obviously if you want to do all the extra stuff with clothes and all that, that's going to cost you as well.
So I'm a play now player, so I don't really dive into my players like that. Like I'll make like a 1 or 2, and then after that I'm not spending no more bread, because why? It just makes no sense. I can't carry these characters over to the next 2K. Same thing with my team. Why would I spend so much money to buy packs when the players are useless by like July? It makes no sense to me. The only people I will always support spending money on builds and packs are content creators or people that play competitively, like a Tidebo, a Splashy, a E-Bands. Like them niggas, I'm cool with them buying packs because I know they're gonna make their money back from the tournaments they play, and they got the Candy Core in my team too. Hopefully we can see a different format of that tournament in 27 if it even comes back. But overall, this is just sad seeing like your typical normal gamer have to spend money to keep up, but at the same time, you have to have the discipline to not spend that bread. That's the thing. That's the hard part about actually making it hurt 2K's pockets. People don't have discipline, bro. They spend all the money in the world for virtual cards and stats for their virtual players and virtual clothes. Me? I'm cool with being a brown shirt the whole year. It don't mean nothing to me. And then plus, if you get the season pass, which costs what? Like if you get the pro pass, it costs what, $10? I can support getting that. Even the Hall of Fame pass for like what, $20? I can support that each season. But anything else is kind of hard to support, man. But overall, it's just, it comes down to the consumer, bro. Like, they have no discipline, and that's what's keeping Take-Two and them afloat for real, for real.
But it's even worse on the My Team side. And I'm not even really a My Team player, but I see it all the time. People spending thousands of dollars at the chance of getting a card in a pack.
Not even guaranteed. At the chance. They're not even guaranteed to get a good card, bro. You don't get them good boxes until now, which is July 12th. They don't give you guaranteed gold cards until later in the year. I'm tired of seeing my people spend their hard-earned money trying to pull virtual cards that will be worthless in summer. Makes no sense to me.
And I want to reiterate, nothing transfers to the next game. You
Literally.
lose it all. And then on top of it, the season pass, that could be a whole nother topic for another video, but that's another thing to factor in. It's really crazy when you think about it. I couldn't imagine as a kid asking my parents to buy me a $70 game and then, hey, I also need another $100 just to be able to compete and play online in that game. My parents would have looked at me sideways like, are we serious? We already got you the game. Go play it. Now, obviously, some families can afford that, but a lot of families can't. And in a way, you're almost pricing out a lot of the next generation of 2K players. Now, I see people telling me all the time, Joe, talk to the devs. Joe, at Community Day this year, make sure you bring this stuff up. And I'm here to tell you, I have sat in the same room as 2K devs, 2K employees, and they have listened to every single word I had to say on this topic. But the problem is, they simply do not control that side of the game.
What did I say earlier? All they control is the gameplay animations and certain things, but when it comes to the nitty-gritty, the top of the pyramid.
The microtransactions are controlled by the executives at Take-Two Interactive, not the 2K employees that we talk to and talk about all the time as a community. The
Facts.
2K employees that we talk to as a community are not Take-Two Interactive corporate executives. They are NBA 2K employees. People will be like, bro, talk to Ronnie. Ronnie is the head of lifestyle and content marketing. Talk to Mike Wang. Mike Wang is the lead gameplay developer. These guys do not have any control when it comes to microtransactions. That is from Take-Two corporate executives, and me as a content creator and us as a community do not have a direct line of contact to them to even be able to communicate this stuff. But just because we can't directly communicate with them, that doesn't mean impacting change is impossible. We just saw it on the college football side. So let's keep going. Now, even with this whole situation going on, I'm still realistic about the way the world works. And I fully understand. Take-Two is running a business. They want to make as much money as possible. Clearly, their business model is working, and they're not just going to change that business model for the heck of it. There has to be an...
That's crazy that he screenshotted it at that number. I don't got no words for that, but holy. 18% increase over the previous year's revenue of $5.63 billion. Insane.
Working, and they're not just going to change that business model for the heck of it. There has to be an actual reason why they would change it. So let's look at the college football example. Everyone in that community pushed for players to play, but not pay for the microtransactions. Now, as lovely as that sounds, and as good of an idea as that sounds, on the 2K side, it's a little different. Remember, in the college football game mode, it was offline. It was against the CPU. Most 2K players are playing online. That means you're going to be out there with a watered down 60 overall, taking on people with 99 overalls, and eventually, after you get your ass whooped time and time again, majority of people that have $100, they're going to buy some VC and upgrade their My Player.
If you got the 100 after spending it on necessities and priorities, by all means, go ahead. It's the people that spend their last dollar on 2K. But that just goes back to my argument that people don't have discipline. They rather just spend their money, then blame 2K that it costs so much, and then it's just a cycle. And then once they get paid again, they keep spending. It's just too much, bruh.
It's a very different ask when it's offline versus online. Now, I've said this for years anytime this conversation has come up, but the only realistic path on the 2K side that I see for actual change to happen is for another basketball video game to come into the market and give 2K direct competition. Take some of that market share. Start to take some of their player base away. That would be a reason where they might have to pivot their business model. Are we just expecting people to stop buying 2K as a whole when it's the only
Nope.
basketball video game out there worth its weight? Or are we expecting people to play on a 60 overall versus other people on a 99 overall online, where it's going to take them days, if not weeks, if not months, to earn enough VC to get their player to a point where it's going to be fun to play on? The numbers show that the 2K community is going to cough up that money. NBA 2K is bringing in over $1 billion of revenue per year. At the moment, the players in the 2K community are spending money and spending a lot of it on the game. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm somebody that buys a lot of VC. I love making builds.
But you get your money back, Joe. You're a creator. That's what I'm saying, bruh. Joe makes content. He plays in OVNs and all the little comp pro-am leagues. Like, he makes his money back, gang. And then YouTube, since 2K20, his YouTube really took off. I know he got a bunch of residual bread from that. So Joe has the funds. It's just a regular consumer. They just need to learn, bruh. They just need to learn.
And I understand the average person that plays 2K. You get off a long day's work and you come home and you want to hop in the rec center to unwind for a couple hours. The last thing you want to do is be on a 60 overall and not even be able to enjoy yourself. You're going to cough up the $70, $80, $90, $100 of VC that
It's a lot of bread, though, gang. It adds up.
So you can actually enjoy the game. Like I said, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Straight up. I love playing 2K. Like I told you, I've been playing 2K since 2K6. It's just a game that I love playing. So it's a difficult situation we find ourselves in as a community. Now, I'm just one man. Maybe you have better ideas than me. And if you do, certainly put them down in the comment section, because I will be active down there. As a community, we deserve better. We deserve something. Make it cost less VC for us to upgrade our players to 99 overall. Give us a way to refund the builds that we don't want anymore. I put VC on this build. I don't want to play on this one anymore. Even if you're not going to give me 100% of the VC back, give me 75% or 50% of the VC back, and I can put that VC towards a new build. Something they added this year where they gave you a free build upgrade when you reached a certain rep level. Give us more free build upgrades in earnable rewards elsewhere in the game.
I want to go back to the one where he said that you should get your VC back. First off, they'll never do that. They will never do that. Once you spend that, Brad, they are saying thank you and giving you the do sign. But overall, when it comes to that, they make their most money at the beginning of the year because everybody don't know what build they want or need. And then plus with the cap breakers, what animations are hidden behind season passes and reps and all that. The beginning of the year, bro, if people could just stay disciplined and like the first month of 2K dropping, they'll feel that in their pockets. But we don't have the discipline as a community. I have to say it as a community because it's multiple of us. Me, I have the discipline. Y'all know me. When the game first come out, I am playing now online. I'm going to start my team, but not spend anything. I'm going to get my free cards. I'm going to go make my mod player. And that's the only mod player I'm using for like the first 3-4 months. So it really just comes down to my peers, man. And when I say my peers, I mean the 2K community.
I'm just one guy. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the ideas. If you have ideas, please put them down in the comments.
I'm starving and I'm thirsty.
There, and I'm sure you guys have
I need to get some water, gang.
Ideas we as a community could potentially push for. Now you know where I stand. Where do you stand? And an even better question, we as the 2K community, where do we go from here?
That's a good question. From here, it might be fries because 2K27 is already finished. So going forward, I want to see what changes they do while GTA 6 is out. By the way, GTA 6 and 2K are under Take-Two Interactive, so either way, they're making their bread. So it's kind of cooked until a new game comes out to give 2K competition. It is cooked. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Let me see what the comments saying. 2K is too far gone. Facts. Really hope Flight reacts to this. I hope so. Season passes, I got to go pay monthly for badges. It's a hard pass. Oh yeah, the max +1s and +2s. Yeah, I feel like if you get those, you should have them permanently. You shouldn't have to get it every season. Joe PK over here at the title. That's a fact. We know Cypher PK. He always talking about Fortnite. Everyone stop talking about their records and focus on having fun with full course 60 would be hilarious, especially content-wise. That's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, overall, man, when it comes to 2K, bro, it might be cooked. Well, not might. If I had to give a percentage, I would say it is 97% cooked. We'll see what happens when GTA 6 comes out, but like at the same time, when GTA 6 comes out, there's no online. So once people finish the campaign and probably all the side missions and stuff like that, what are they gonna do? Hop back on 2K. And then people was telling me, yo, Vlad, GTA about to have an open world game with basketball, blah, blah, blah. You can make your own player and stuff like that. Nigga, if they do that, then yeah, that'll give 2K competition. But again, 2K, Rockstar, Undertake 2. So, yeah. Well, we'll just see what happens, bro. Shout out to Joe. I said if anybody was to come out just like Bordeaux did for the EA community, it had to be Joe for the 2K community. So I'm glad to see he made something. That's a start. But now it is on the higher ups to even decide to listen, because they could just say F everybody. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. But if they have a change of heart all of a sudden, that'll be dope. But we'll see, man. We'll see. 2K27 comes out in a month. And yeah.